Hi, welcome back to RVing for Good. I'm Dave Dufour, and with me today are Delbert and Linda Schrock, who are volunteers for SOUP, uh, s- uh, service opportunities for, I have a hard time saying that every time, service opportunities for older people. And we were just talking in the last segment about your trip to Waco. I mean, you're not going back to Waco. You're planning a new trip in January, but not back to Waco. Now, I should ask this. It wasn't that you had any problem with the Waco location, but why are you going to? Now you're going to a place in Florida this next time, but why the switch?
We just want to see different places and do different things.
Okay, and that's
see
kind of the
different
nice
areas.
nice thing about the SOUP organization, that there are about 60 different locations around the country that have need of people with life experiences to bring to their locations different types of things.
Right.
So, and then that really brings us to the next point. Where are you going in January? Let's talk about that.
We are going to Camp I Feel. It's a Church of the Brethren camp in Gotha, Florida. And the work there will involve everything from grounds maintenance to kitchen work to cleaning to redoing parts of the camp, repainting, etc., and office work. So there'll be things that both of us can do and keep busy with.
And it's in Gotha, Florida, is not too far from the Orlando Disney World, all that kind of area. So
That's right.
so you'll have those kinds of opportunities as well. And we should point out too is when you were in Waco, because you were not working all the time, so you also had opportunities to take off and go up and visit Fort Worth, and you even had family come down and stayed with you at certain
Right.
times. That's the nice thing about this whole opportunity. It seems is that it's not an 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, or 7 days a week, or whatever kind of thing.
At the camp in Florida, they'd like to have 24 hours of work out of each RV unit that is parked there.
Okay.
So we'll probably, I don't know, I expect we'll work a little more than that. In Waco, Delbert worked about 6 hours a day, and I worked about 4 hours a day most of the time. But
Right. But it kind of it sort of varies depending on what's needed at that particular moment.
Exactly.
what's
Yeah.
needed, and you can arrange, a couple days in a row time off if you need to go visit or to go do touristy kind of stuff. if
Right.
you
Now
want.
at the camp in Waco or at the farm in Waco, as well as in Florida, it's pretty much full RV hookup, correct?
It's
That's
full
right.
RV hookup.
So
That's right.
you're not out there. It's not what we would call primitive camping, where you have
No.
to take the
No.
trailer and move and
No.
come back and that kind of thing
No.
to deal with those kinds of issues. So
In
and-
fact, in Florida, there will be laundry facilities there at the camp that we can use.
so it'll be a little less rustic than what you
Yes.
had in Waco.
I think
Yes.
so.
But right,
Yes.
well
I think
that'll be nicer in that respect. So, do you interact with the campers themselves while you're there, or well, of course this is January. I don't know. Maybe camp isn't in session.
Yeah, there will be camps
There will be
going
campers
on.
there.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much we will interact with the campers themselves.
Okay.
Probably some, but
But other SOUP volunteers will have opportunity to do fun things with. I know in Waco we got together with Betty and Dana and played dominoes and played some
Right.
other card games and
Right.
so on in the evening.
So now here's the really important question: are you going to go see Mickey while you're down there?
Well, I don't see any reason not to.
There you go.
Right.
Of course not. Why not? Why
And
not?
I will take my sewing machine along and do some sewing and for ourselves and those kind of fun things.
Oh, we also told you have someone who's going with you on the trip, right?
Yes,
Yes. Who's that?
we have Flat Stanley.
Flat Stanley.
My
Okay.
grandson is in 4th grade in Minnesota,
All right.
and John is his name. John sent me Flat Stanley a couple weeks ago, and so he is going to be going with us and see the world.
Okay. So, and Flat Stanley, Linda, you were telling me this is. My children are grown, so I don't know these things. But this Flat Stanley is a series of kids' books, right?
There's a series of kids' books,
Okay.
and oftentimes school children will send Flat Stanley to a relative and just have them kind of keep a diary. So
This
what
is like
I'm-
the roaming gnome for third graders or whatever
Fourth
it is.
graders.
It's kind of fourth graders, right? Okay, so it's the roaming gnome. But Flat Stanley's going to go with you. Now, what you're going to be doing for RVNN TV, RV Newsnet, is essentially giving us reports on a weekly basis and documenting the trip down there, and kind of telling us what you're up to on a weekly basis, right?
That's the plan.
That's the plan. So you're going to be seeing documentary evidence of the kind of good that soup volunteers can actually do, and we're really excited about this. And one of the things that's really exciting as well is that you can interact with Delbert and Linda by first of all, you can give us call into our phone mail system here at 877-578-RVNN, and their extension is extension 706, and that'll get you right to Delbert and Linda's voicemail. You can ask a question, make a suggestion, a comment, whatever. Also email Delbert and Linda at RVing for Good at forgood@rvnn.tv. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and keep up with what's going on. And of course, we'll be providing information both at the website and also within some of the shows regarding how you can become involved with soup and use your life experiences to volunteer and help others all around the country, and combine that with your love of RVing as well. So we're really looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. It's an adventure, and we all get to go on it kind of vicariously in one regard or another. So I'm glad that you have joined the RVNN.TV team, and we're looking forward to hearing what's happening in Gotha, Florida at Camp I Feel. Camp I Feel. And so stick with us and follow along as the show progresses. Thanks for being with us. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll be seeing you along the road. That's all for RVing for Good. Thanks for joining us.